Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV Live, hard hitting and in your face. It is, of course, Thursday, September 15th, 2016. Thank you for your tremendous support. I want to welcome all of our new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing on demand for the price of a cup of coffee, $4.95 a month, $49.95 a year. You support everything that we do here, our growing operation. Kind of like Hillary Clinton and her health, the game. You remember when you were a kid? Operation, you know, she's alive, folks. She's alive. She's risen from the dead, like Frankenstein. Or like that old, Michael Jackson, music video. She's alive. It's a beautiful day in New York, she says. A beautiful day. Got her new pantsuits on. In fact, that's front page news on the Drudge Report. It's kind of multi-colorful, all of her pantsuits. And I couldn't help but have my inner feminist kind of come out. I'm like, you go, girl. You go. Looking good, Hillary. Just like Chelsea, her daughter, said that her mom's Superwoman, even though she collapses into vans, mafia style, and continues to lie to the American people over and over again. In fact, her camp just came out now. Well, before she was perfectly healthy, right? Then it was allergies. Then she was overheated. Then it was pneumonia. Now it's that she had a secret surgery. This has just come to light. And also a brain scan that she never told anyone about. She was perfectly healthy before, but now all these new latest revelations are coming to light. This witch. Kind of like the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm melting! Now remember, good old Ronald Reagan got shot. I want you to put this in perspective. Got shot in the chest, had a collapsed lung and a bullet an inch from his heart. And he still needed less help than Hillary Clinton to get into a car. Take a look at this clip that we're all too familiar with. Now, we will put an image up of Ronald Reagan where he's got his Secret Service agents helping him into the car. Again, I just want you to put this into perspective. Good old Ronald Reagan was shot, had a collapsed lung, and a bullet an inch from his heart, and he still had an easier time and needed less help than Hillary Clinton getting into his vehicle with a little assistance from his Secret Service agents. Compare this to Hillary Clinton, who flat out was wheelbarrowed into her car after rolling her ankles, going totally dead limp, like a fish, like banging on the table and getting thrown into the back of a vehicle. But believe her, folks, and believe her political operatives, she's totally healthy. And she's totally fit to be the president of the United States. But Donald Trump isn't. He's unfit, according to her. So get well soon, Hillary. She's back, feeling better. Yeah, she was 100% healthy before, and then, it was pneumonia, even though we know that's a farce and that's a lie. Now it's come out that she's lied about a secret surgery, chronic sinusitis. Yeah, that's all it's been. Pneumonia and chronic sinusitis, they had to put stents in her ear to get all the gunk out, all that phlegm that kept coming out in Ohio. She's gagging out. All of this has come out to light now, which just tells us, obviously, these are just more lies. The lies keep just compounding. It's like, Weekend at Bernie's or something, they hold her up. All the lies keep compounding because they've been lying for so long that the lies just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. They can't even contain themselves, and they have to lie about, sinusitis and pneumonia, and that, they've alleged that other people in her camp, political operatives, have also been sick and had pneumonia-like symptoms and also have been rushed to the hospital. I mean, the lies just keep compounding. I'm just waiting, honestly, to see what comes next, as I'm sure many of you are. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome, Facebook. Welcome On Demand. Thank you again for your tremendous support The Daily Mail reports Hillary Clinton had secret surgery and brain scan, a doctor reveals. And again, top doctors don't trust anything coming from her camp at all anymore. I mean, even a growing minority on the radical left is like, we know this bitch is lying. We know she is full of shit. Goes on to say that Hillary Clinton battled a sinus condition so bad that she had surgery and a follow-up brain scan, but never told voters, yeah, this is what you can expect from her. She won't tell you anything, and she'll lie to your face. Everything. Her doctor revealed for the first time on Wednesday evening the Democratic candidate's health records were partially released after days of prevarication by her campaign and her collapse at New York's 9/11 memorial on Sunday. But instead of ending speculation over her physical well-being, they contained a bombshell revelation that she had kept secret a condition so serious that it led to surgery. Sinusitis, I don't know if you guys have had this before. I've had this, as a swimmer, being in the water, we used to get, sinusitis. Yeah, bad, kind of, make you a little heady, but you don't collapse into a car. Okay, you don't have this, major event, which, again, these are only the events you know about, by the way. I want you to keep that in mind. Hillary fracturing her elbow, for instance, or falling and getting a concussion, which resulted in a blood clot. She's had 3. Those are only the events and the times that she's collapsed that you know about. And we know a handful of times she's done this. So if we know, the public, and she just admits again that she lies, that she's collapsed, had all these issues, pneumonia, sinusitis, blood clots, secret surgeries, brain scans. If this is just what we know about, imagine the real truth. Imagine what the Secret Service agents know. Imagine how many times this has happened behind closed doors. Again, Hillary Clinton, I talked about this in the promo video, we were kind of joking with our producers, could literally die on camera. And CNN would be like, oh yeah, it's totally normal. We're all dying anyways. I mean, she's literally going down in a smoke bomb like the Wicked Witch of the West or something, and everybody's telling you on the mainstream media, the darn alt-right, they're just conspiracy crackpot lunatics. Yep, that's right. Those hicks, those white nationalists. And I'm going to get into that in a segment, the whole alt-right movement that's been, created by Hillary Clinton, trying to liken basically anybody that just thinks for themselves, which is pretty much was a growing minority. It's now a majority in this country because half of the country is pro-Trump. So obviously half the country isn't a deplorable, according to Hillary Clinton and her camp. But you see, folks, the lies just keep on building. Pictures of her with her doctor, Lisa Bardack, taking her pulse. We talked about this a few days ago, getting thrown in, wheelbarrowed into her van. It's just one bold-faced lie after another. And as I was talking with, again, our producer a couple days ago, I just said, watch them just continue to peel back layers and watch all of this just unfold before your very eyes. But here's the thing. The biggest bombshell, I think, is yet to come. Really. It's all about timing. Manufacturing consent from the American public. The biggest bombshell is yet to come. I think with Hillary, keep in mind that Julian Assange hasn't even dropped the major truth bomb. Yeah, it's kind of like taking a shit right on her face. He hasn't even dropped the major truth bomb yet. He's, strategically been leaking. Again, he didn't come up with this. He's just leaking the truth. Just like Vladimir Putin said, and I'm not saying Putin's a good guy or pro-Russia or anything like that. I'm not. But he was like, they're like, did you do it, Vladimir? He's like, no, I didn't do it. But whoever did is doing the American people a public service because it's proven these people are criminals. It's proven that it was a virtually inside hit job at the DNC. Again, doing us a public service. So I don't even think we've seen the October surprise yet. It's coming, but they've got to wait for the perfect time. It's kind of like a curveball. It comes at you. If you're looking at me and coming right towards you, it looks like a fastball, but then it drops, or like, a sinker or something like that. It's all an illusion to manufacture consent of the American people. While her propaganda wet and her political operative machine tries to play this off like everything is normal. Again, she could flat out die on camera, folks, and the Clinton News Network would be like it's totally normal that the Wicked Witch of the West just went down in combustible ball of flames and smoke. You know, it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. It really is. You know, and the Wicked Witch of the West, and they're following the gold path all the way up to the secret castle, and you get to the castle and you find out who's there, and it's Mark Zuckerberg jacking off with a microphone. It's almost like that. The biggest bombshell is yet to come. Daily Mail. ABC News reports Hillary Clinton returns to campaign trail amid more scrutiny about her health after 3 days of resting. She had to rest for 3 days. It's that bad. Hillary Clinton is set to... Can the President of the United States take time off? Like, let's say worst case scenario, Hillary Clinton gets into the White House. Like, can she just take time off, like in the event of a national crisis? Let's say there was another September 11, 2001. Whether or not you believe it to be a conspiracy or not. Could you just be like, I'm feeling ill today. I'm going to take a little time off to respond. She can't even campaign. She's got to take time off. Imagine if she was actually, worst case scenario, the president, and there was something major going on where we needed to show force, and we needed to show strength as a country. Even if you're on the radical left and you're a supporter of Hillary, like, oh, I hope you get better, Hillary, liking her Facebook posts of her campaign and stuff, like, you trust that? You're not incredibly fearful of that? She can't even get into a van by herself. Again, Ronald Reagan had an easier time getting in, and he had a bullet in from his heart and a collapsed lung. Wonder what the feminists have to say about that. This is a very, very serious issue. Again, obviously, I'm very anti-Hillary Clinton. That's pretty obvious. I'm more anti-Hillary Clinton than I am pro-Trump. But take my opinions out of it, or even your opinions out of it. This is a person that needs to take time off on a regular basis. You can't hold a press conference, who falls down all the time, like that commercial, I've fallen and I can't get up, that many of you are probably familiar with. And these are just the medical episodes, seizures, fractures, brain scans, blood clots, sinusitis, and pneumonia-related events that we know about. Imagine what you don't. Chelsea, just another one of her PR operatives, was recorded in an interview, kind of strangely, where she suggests that her mom is indefatigable, she says, and superwoman. Take a look.
Chelsea, who returned the favor when her mother was sick and needed help getting into a van.
I didn't see the video. My mom did come over to my apartment afterwards, and I just was so grateful that I got a chance to take care of her for a little while. I mean, she's taken care of me my whole life, and she's just indefatigable. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen her so tired, and she was tired because she has pneumonia, and that's miserable. I've had pneumonia twice. I didn't even know that she had pneumonia until she came over to my apartment. So I think the fact that she didn't even tell me, and I talk to my mom every day, and I'm fiercely close to her, is pretty much reveals that she thought it wasn't a big deal, and she could just keep going, and kind of what was this pesky pneumonia thing. But even though she is a superwoman, she's still human. So I'm glad she finally listened to her doctor, took a few days off, and I know she's excited to get back on the campaign trail tomorrow.
Yeah, she's indefatigable and superwoman. Do we have to run the clip overlay again of her being thrown and wheelbarrowed into her van? That's what superwoman looks like, guys. That's what indefatigable looks like, according to Chelsea. And I was talking with a family member who told me, because they're very close to me, and they're like, I've noticed that I haven't even seen the footage of Hillary being wheelbarrowed and collapsing into the van on mainstream television. Yeah, for a reason. Manufacturing consent through the propaganda web, a machine that makes up the mainstream media today. This is Superwoman, folks. This is Mrs. Indefatigable in her colorful pantsuit, the feminist. This is what, my God, the next president of the United States might look like. Get it out everywhere. I'm Christopher Green, hard hitting in your face. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back after these messages.